Doug and Bev Spencer run Spence Holstein's dairy farm with their son Stephen and daughter Megan. As part of Harvest Hastings, they played host to Moira Secondary School students from Diane Winville's Grade 10 Foods class. Students learnt about the dairy industry, genetics and reproduction, nutrition and milking.
Or a quota system. They have to purchase a quota to be able to ship the milk from their farm, and as you will see when you see a little bit of the equipment that is used and so on, the milk that is produced by these cows, the farmer has to pay a license or a fee to be able to ship that milk. So that's called our quota system. But let's say if a farmer has 50 cows that they're going to milk, for each cow that they ship the milk to, this is very simplified, okay? It costs about $25,000 per cow to ship that milk, to have the rights to ship that milk. That's right, you need to have money for that.
What?
Yes.
$25,000 per
cow.
You have to be a millionaire to do that.
So farming, not everyone can just go ahead and buy a cow and start shipping milk. Okay, you have to have the facilities, you have to have the land base, and there's so many things involved directly on the farm of how our milk gets to us. Okay? As the milk that is produced here goes into a big cooling system, which you will see, and the truck driver comes, pumps the milk every day or every other day. Where do you think the milk would go?
To Reed's Dairy.
Excellent. There's a local dairy, Reed's Dairy. We have a few others.
Would some go to El Dorado?
Some perhaps. Farmers have to take care of the animals as well. Okay, so it's the farmers taking care of them, the vets, and then the whole science behind. So that's a whole other area where people are involved in the production of milk and production of meat as well. That's in another part of farming as well. Okay.
The family tree on all of these cattle here is traced back far better than anybody standing out here. You know what I mean? You can get 15 generations of a tree family on just about any one of these, depending when Doug started registering or where he went.
If I go on Holstein Canada's website, I can pick that cow and I can trace her ancestry back as far as I want to go. And, you know, when I started keeping records. So I can go back like 30 years, which could be, for a cow like that, it could be 10 or 12 generations.
So rather than one cow getting pregnant with a jacklet, we might get 300 cows pregnant. And so that's the other aspect. My job is to go through the cervix, on through the 3 rings, put it at the head of the fallopian tubes, and then the swimmers will theoretically they'll come join up with the egg, and that's how she gets pregnant. But the bull will put it behind the cervix, and that's why he needs so much.
The vet, Dr. David Hoffman, comes every 2 weeks to check on the health of the cows and also to use an ultrasound to see if cows are pregnant. The calves are taken away at birth, but are fed their mother's colostrum. They are later fed acidified milk. The female heifer calves are kept to replace old cows, and the bull calves are reared for red veal. Doug Spencer feeds his cows a nutritious, scientifically balanced diet, which he mixes each day.
When we're feeding the milk cows, they get a mixture of soybean meal or grind protein pellets, and they get high moisture corn, haylage, corn silage, a little bit of dried hay, and some brewer's grain all mixed in together in that big mixer that you've seen before. And then Doug feeds it to the cows, and that's done once a day. So dry cow mixture is a little different because they need a little bit of different minerals and things.
Haylage is stored in these big silos. High-protein corn is added to the mix each day. Brewer's grain from the local breweries is highly nutritious. Hay is made from dried grass and stored in bales. This is corn silage, which is kept covered to keep oxygen out. Bev Spencer describes how the new milking parlour works.
This is a milking parlour, and this is where, of course, where the cows are milked. What happens is half of the cows come in, and they're all gathered here. And then the gate back there, I'll show you how it works. Come here, Haley. So after we get all the cows from one side in, this gate behind you. Yep. Then they come in this side and the other side, and then we close the gate, lock them in. Then the cows are washed, betadine, and dried. Milkers are put on. They're milked. When the cows are finished milking, the milkers automatically fell off. This gate here will lift, and the cows will walk out there, along the side and back to where they started to milk. After the milking is finished, the milkers are put back on this steel tray, and there's a disinfectant and a wash cycle. Well, a wash cycle first, then a disinfectant cycle. Make sure everything is clean and ready to go for the next time. After the cow is milked, the milk goes in to this pipe here and here, which takes it over into the utility room and into the bulk tank. So every 2 days the milk truck comes and takes the milk away where it's taken to the process plant. And it's monitored. There's monitors on the tank to make sure it maintains a constant temperature, and if it doesn't, then the bulk tank can be rejected. They can read the monitor.
Everybody enjoyed a lunch of local food.
Cooking. Who likes to cook?
All of us.
Yeah, everyone likes to cook, especially in your class, right? Especially with this.
Our class is weird.
So how do you